Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and that is the bestseller from Cadillac. That is the 2003 Cadillac XT5 all-wheel drive with the sport package. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour. Before we get started, I want to say a huge thanks to my friends over at Wagner Cadillac for loaning me this vehicle to take you on a tour of today. If you are in the East Texas area and looking for a new or pre-owned Cadillac, go hit up Matt and the team over at Wagner Cadillac, and they will definitely hook you up. But let's take a look at this 2023 Cadillac XT5, starting first underneath the hood. See if I can do this one-handed. Yes, I can. And yes, it is got a strut up front, so I don't have to worry about a prop rod. Underneath the hood is Cadillac General Motors 3.6-liter direct injection V6 mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. And in this one, it is an all-wheel drive configuration, so power is going to all four wheels, although this is primarily a front drive platform. But yes, power does go to all four wheels. This engine, transmission, and drive configuration is good for 18 city, 25 highway, and 21 combined if you're interested in fuel economy. But let's close the hood and take a look at what makes this sport so special and so good looking. So sport in Cadillac's nomenclature for 2023 means black instead of chrome. And so up front here, we get a blacked out grille instead of chrome. We get a monochromatic Cadillac logo, which I absolutely love here on the front, and gives this pearl white just that good bit of contrast that I really like. Looking up front here, we get LED headlights, LED running lights, LED turn signals, LED fog lights, LED all the things up front. And because it is a Cadillac, their new thing is this LED light signature that runs the entire width up here, or the entire height of the side of the vehicle. So you remember from the Escalade we tested, the massive running lights that were down here. Yep, that continues here on the XT5. And this really is a good size vehicle. So this is built on a shared platform with the GMC Acadia, with the Chevy Traverse, with the Buick Enclave, but it is a smaller two-row version of that platform. So it's got good size inside and good overall proportions. This is, as I said in the intro, Cadillac's best seller, and I really do think this is the best looking of the XT5 line. Again, going with the sport package that is on this one. Instead of chrome window surrounds, we get completely blacked out window box there. And then we get these unique 20-inch wheels. They are wrapped in 235/55 R20 Michelin Primacy Tour tires. So these are the same tires that we've seen on vehicles like Hyundai and Genesis products. I think most notably is the Ioniq 5 has these. So giving you a little bit of an idea of what these tires are good for. Yes, they're fun and athletic, but they are also good on fuel economy and efficiency if Hyundai's putting them on an electric vehicle. And then you can see poking out behind these very unique sport 20-inch wheels, those are Cadillac branded Brembo brakes. It actually does say Brembo back here behind the spokes. You can't see it here on this one, but Cadillac script Brembo brakes, and they are painted red. Let's go take a look over here on the passenger side just to prove to you that yes, they are Brembo brakes. And because physics are what they are much larger up front than they are in the back. You can see not quite as aggressive brakes here in the back, but still red painted. So very aggressive look here on this sport package. And then moving around to the back, we get blacked out smoked taillights that I really like on this sport model, and blacked out badging. XT5, this is an all-wheel drive. monochromatic Cadillac logo, and then 400. You may be wondering what this 400 is. It's not displacement, because I already told you 3.6 liter. It's not horsepower. It's not torque in the way that you think about it. It's torque in Newton meters. So Cadillac is in an interesting position because they are planning on going all electric very soon, and the Cadillac Lyriq is their first electric vehicle. And electric vehicles are known for torque, and so that's a number that they wanted to put out there because they can't put displacement going to electric, and for some reason they chose Newton meters. So there you go, around 400 Newton meters of torque on this 3.6 liter V6. This does have the kick to open tailgate feature, which opens the power hatch. And inside, you can see there is quite a bit of room back here, and there are a lot of different options. So this one did come with a cargo net, and you can see it is winter here in East Texas. We're dropping leaves like crazy, but we have an optional cargo net that would connect here. And then we have the optional rear cargo management rail system that you can see I have dividing my full-size luggage from my backpack, but this actually slides on rails all the way front and back. So if you don't need it, you can actually move it all the way to the back of the seats or all the way up here to the front or the rear of the vehicle, depending on how you look at it, and get it completely out of your way. It does lock into place, so you don't have to worry about your stuff sliding around, and it will hold your stuff in very nicely. And then we also have the optional cargo shade on this one to hide all your valuables from prying eyes back here in the back. So I really like the cargo options here on this XT5. Lots of space, would do very well for my family of 3. And if you need even more space, we do have a 60/40 split bench rear seat that you can completely fold flat from back here in the cargo area. So you can get even more cargo space without even really trying, just by pulling these 2 levers here. You can see the 40% is on the passenger side, 60% is on the driver's side. But let's kick this closed and see what the interior holds on this 2023 Cadillac XT5 Sport. All right, before we move inside, I did want to show you the Cadillac Key. It is a traditional key, not a whole lot going on here, but we do have remote lock, unlock, remote start, and hatch, as well as your panic button. I do really like this key. It's a good size, not too hefty, and can fit in your pocket quite nicely. But you're not gonna need to get it out of your pocket because this has GM Cadillac's passive entry system. You can see you have lock and unlock here on the driver's door and on all 4 doors, actually. So you can lock and unlock from any door here on the side of the XT5. But hopping in, oh my goodness, so nice and so luxurious. And it should be for, well, $70,000. So first, why don't we go ahead and start over here on the door panel. So we have the leather wrapped interior. So we have leather up here. We've got a little bit of suede microfiber here on the side. We've got wood trim on the door. That is very nice. Lock unlock, Bose premium sound system, 2-person memory seat with an exit mode. Your window and mirror controls, you can power fold the side view mirrors here on the control panel as well. And then express up down front windows, power rear windows, very nice up front here. And then down here you've got the controls for your adjustable hatch. This is a GM thing. It is the same knob that is in every GM vehicle. So you can set it to max height and it'll open all the way, much like you saw earlier. You can set it to 3/4, and when you do that, you can actually program how wide it opens. So if you have a garage door that you're worried about it hitting, or if you just can't reach the hatch to push the button to close it, you can adjust that there, or you can turn off the power hatch altogether. Moving around to the front, so we've got some controls over here on the side. We've got our electronic parking brake, our brightness controls, and then our head-up display. So why don't we go ahead and push the engine start-stop button right here. Hopefully the radio doesn't come blaring on for me, and I'll show you exactly what is capable with. We've got this head-up display, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you here the head-up display. So right now it shows our speed and our driver assistance tech, and very useful head-up display. We get an 8-inch color screen up here for driver information. On either side of that are our analog gauges. I like that this still has analog gauges. It is a bit of an old school touch, but I really like it, and it's not completely digital. I would imagine future vehicles, we've already seen the Lyriq have a full digital dash, so I see that coming in Cadillac's future. We already know the Escalade has it, so yes, I'm sure that is going to trickle down to the best-selling Cadillac at some point. But very nice gauge cluster there. Backing out a little bit from there, get Cadillac's steering wheel with more wood on it. I really like that. A lot of controls here. So you've got your radio controls, your driver assistance tech, and your controls for the information screen right here. So there's a lot going on, and on the back side, you can see real metal paddle shifters for controlling that 9-speed automatic transmission. I like that a lot. You can see this leather wrapped dash, more suede, more wood, very, very classy look in here for sure. You've got the Cadillac, not really touch, not really Q, but the Cadillac interface for your climate controls. This is all haptic buttons here, so we do have heated and ventilated seats in this XT5 model here. But you can see they are all haptic buttons right here. And then this haptic control panel here will take you back home, or you can mute it because there aren't really any physical controls up here on the dashboard. If you want physical controls, you're going to look down here. So much like the Escalade we tested earlier, this has a very handy and very easy to reach infotainment control system down here. There's your volume knob. There is your wheel to control everything else with that infotainment system. This is not the new Google system that is hitting many other General Motors products. This is the old Cadillac interface, and it does a good job. It's nice and snappy. You've got shortcuts down along the bottom here, but you can see you can swipe through many different things, including, we'll go ahead and show off the cameras. So we've got a 360 camera system in this one. So we've got our bird's eye, and then that is out our front, showing how our wheels are turned with your trajectory lines. You can look out the back. You can look at what lining a hitch up would look like, or what it looks like pulling into a parking spot. You can see your front wheels, your back wheels, and you can turn off those guidance lines at any point. So really nice 360 camera system here. It will go into place if you put it in reverse. So you see here, it switches to the backup camera, and then that makes a nice segue to the electronic gear selector right here. It's a little bit of a joystick, just like the one that we saw in the Escalade. Nothing really new or different there. Little cubby storage here. This is not your Qi wireless charger. We'll get to that in a second. 2 cup holders hidden under this leather sliding pad here, forward and aft. You've got your traction control and your drive mode buttons, and we will already show you. Tour, all-wheel drive, sport, and off-road are your drive modes here in this XT5. And because this is an electronic shifter, you do have some underneath storage down here, making this more of a bridge than a full center console. I really like that manufacturers are putting some additional storage underneath here. Would be good for a bag, or, as you can see, some paperwork, things of the nature there. And then we get to the Qi wireless charger. So if you watched our Escalade review, you know that was my favorite Qi wireless charger. I really like this one. It's not as good as the Cadillac because it just kind of sits here. So I don't know how well that will charge long term. but it is nice and compact and out of the way. So I like that a whole lot. And then you can open up your center console, fairly good center console here, USB-A and USB-C ports in here. And you can see through to my phone from the front right there. All around, very nice IP and control panel up here in the front. And then let's talk about these seats. They are Napa leather and they are so soft. I really like this caramel color. I like the crest right here. I like everything about these seats. They are very, very comfortable and would make for a great long-term riding vehicle for sure. And last thing I want to call out is the view from up above in this one. So not only do we have the panoramic sunroof with a massive front panel that does open, but we get the suede headliner in this one. So a lot of tan caramel color in here, a lot of leather, a lot of suede, very premium experience up here in the front seat. But let's get to that back seat and see exactly what it is like back there in the back. All right, moving to the back seat. I already showed you the 60-40 split bench nature of this back seat, but let's go ahead and pop into it over here. You can see sitting behind myself at 5'10", I've got plenty of legroom. So talking about the platforms that this XT5 shares its bones with, much larger vehicles, but you can see this benefits from it in rear seat legroom. Looking over at the door, same leather wrapped uppers, suede, wood, very nice interior all the way around. Again, Bose Performance Series stereo system. And then moving to the back of the center console, that's where your air vents are. This is a tri-zone system, so we do have a third zone back here in the back, so I can control that like that. This does have heated outboard seats, so the front seats were heated and ventilated. These back seats on the outside are heated, and then we get some, I'm going to do my best to show you back here, some power ports down here, USB-A and USB-C below this little storage cubby. So pretty nice back here, and then map pocket on the back of both front seats. This is an interesting, it feels like it's leather. It's probably not leather because it's the hard back of the seat, but it is wrapped and does color match the backs of these leather seats very nicely. And you can see the design of these seats are very similar to the ones up front. No metallic crest on the backrest here, but oh, they are so soft. And then we have a pull down center armrest that actually is out perpendicular to the seat, so actually does a good job as an armrest. Can fold that up, and I'm gonna talk about perhaps one of my nitpicks here. I'm 5'10", and with this panoramic roof, my hat is hitting the suede headliner. So it is a little bit snug back here, to say the least. It's not the roomiest in terms of headroom back here, so this would be better suited for maybe a little bit of slouching, or see if I can do this. You can recline the seat just like that, and now I've got no problem whatsoever. So sitting straight upright, have a little bit of headroom problem, but you can see now that I've got the seat reclined, very nice, very comfortable. It is a heated seat, and now I've got an excellent view of that panoramic sunroof up above me. Very nice all the way around, and I really like the interior of this 2023 Cadillac XT5. This is a very premium vehicle, and it shows exactly why this is the best seller for the Cadillac brand. I'm not going to drive this one, but if you want to see a full test of this, both by myself and by my wife and my son, be sure and follow along. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more from the XT5. Like I said, it is Cadillac's bestseller after all. So I'm sure there are quite a few out there that want to see a little bit more from this, especially this really nice sport trim. This one is decked out. Like I said, price at $70,000. it's definitely a premium vehicle all the way around. Huge thanks to my friends at Wagner Cadillac here in Tyler, Texas. Again, I will link their website in the description below so that you can check them out if you want to make this one yours. Go see Matt, tell him Corey sent you, and make us all happy in the process. I get nothing from it, just knowing that I helped a local business with some additional car sales. If you want to see more stuff that we're testing, because we're posting a new video every single day of the month of January, be sure and hit all the buttons, subscribe, follow, ring the bell, all the things that you need to do so that you are notified every time a new video drops. And you can find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can just head on over to gtgaragetalk.com. But for me, here in the back of the 2023 Cadillac XT5 Sport all-wheel drive, until next time, gearheads, bye.